Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for another Total Conflict. This is Total Conflict 4. Total Conflict MMA 4, since we do have the Total Conflict Undisputed side as well. But we are back. If you haven't yet noticed, I am still geeked out from Total Conflict's Undisputed card that we had on Friday. Everyone put on some excellent fights, and we are back live and alive and ready for some more of those fights. Tonight, we are joined by none other than the man himself, Pudgy. Pudgy, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
Barry, my man, I missed you, man. I'm doing all right, man. I'm here helping out, man, and I'm really excited for some of these fights for tonight, man. How are you doing, dude?
I'm excellent, my friend. I'm doing very well, and speaking of said fights, let's go ahead and get into them. Let's take a look at what we have here tonight. Now, I believe some of these have probably changed up a little bit. So not everything is exactly as you see on screen. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna take a look at the fight card that I have in front of me. Like I said, it might be a little bit different, but so far on the list tonight, starting off the prelims, will be Viper versus Legacy on the Xbox. Both guys have shown tenacity throughout Total Conflict, and we'll be starting off tonight with a banger. Next up, after that, on the PlayStation is Jassim versus Dev. Both guys, I don't think we've had the opportunity to really see fight here at Total Conflict, so this may, if I'm wrong, but this may be a debut for both guys. So looking forward to seeing that. Following that fight on the Xbox will be Art of War versus Kieran Crow. Both guys are known for who, they both have a name in the communities, so that's one to look forward to. Following that, Daisuke versus John Africa. Again, both guys have already made a name for themselves. John Africa, a long-standing, not just competitor, but a very excellent coach in the What Remains of camp. Fighting against Daisuke, I think everybody has already made their opinions about him, but it is as they say what it is. Those two will be following Art versus Crow, and then finishing off the prelims will be Panju versus Yidikus on the Xbox. Starting off the main card is Jody BJJ versus WR of Khalil on the PlayStation. That's going to be shaped up to be an excellent fight. WR Maxi versus Fugitive on the Xbox following that. And then before we get into the co-main and the main event, it'll be Marcus versus Muay Thai Jesus on the PlayStation. Your co-main event tonight, Striken versus Hack the World on the Xbox, and then your main event, the fight we're all here for, the PlayStation title on the line, Mihrouf, the champion, versus What Remains of Smokey. Pudgy, what are your thoughts on the fights here tonight before we get into the first prelim?
Quite honest with you, man, it seems like every fight on here is going to be a banger, dude. I'm really looking forward to the championship fight, of course, man. So it looks like, from what I've understood here, is that Mihrouf attained this title last week, I believe, against Marcus for the vacant TC championship, correct?
Yeah, the
And
title had not yet been crowned, so those two went to battle to see who would be named the first Total Conflict PlayStation champion.
nice. And then it looks like Mihrouf here is he's looking to defend that against Smokey here. So, I mean, I've definitely taken interest of both of these guys in terms of like their all-around skills that they currently possess, and it's going to be nothing less than exciting here, dude. But besides that, I also seen a name on here that I haven't seen in quite some time here, which is Edicus. I remember him back in the UFC 4 days. He was a force to be reckoned with then. So kind of glad to see him back in the competitive scene. Definitely looking forward to that. Also got none other than John Africa definitely on the card, man. He's always a delight to see. So I don't know about you, man. I'm ready to even get right into it. Even just the first fight, man, Viper versus Legacy. I'm excited for this, man.
100%. So let's go ahead and move right on into it. We have Viper versus Legacy. Legacy using Israel Adesanya, and Viper with the George St. Pierre. Not a pick you typically see, really at all, whether it be welterweight or middleweight here, Pudgy.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, just kind of like seeing how this may go. Looking of how Viper is, because I know that he's, this guy has a championship mentality. Um, I've seen him defend his championship within GFC as well, and that guy is nothing to mess around with, man. So I'm kind of excited to see how this may play. Kind of go against, a legendary kickboxer of using an Adesanya, but not just any Adesanya though. This is 243 Adesanya. So, to be quite honest with you, man, throw the cap in the air. I'm ready to see some fists fly.
Definitely. Well, hopefully we can get Legacy to ready up. The ping is looking, interesting. We'll see how it plays out. I don't believe that we have any in-game volume from this guy, but before we get into it, just to make a quick correction, thank you to the owner of Total Conflict for correcting me in the back. It was not necessarily last week at Total Conflict MMA 3 that Mihrouf won his title. It was the week before, or whichever week that it was, because we've taken 1 or 2 weeks off since starting. So it was at Total Conflict MMA 2 that Mihrouf won his title. So Mihrouf came in on short notice for that fight, stood on business, and won in emphatic, fashion. With he had a kick-heavy game using Alex Pereira, and put Marcus up against the back of or excuse me, put his back up against the fence, and laid into him with a show-stopping combo that eventually won him the title. So he may be looking to do very much the same here tonight. However, with that said, Legacy is absolutely breaking my balls right now in oh, here we go. Active profile has been changed. Oh, okay. All right. Hey. All right. He's back. He's back, baby. All right, let's get into it.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. This is an interesting matchup here, Pudgy. Like I said, you don't typically see the George St. Pierre matchup, but with that said, here we are in the first round. Let me go ahead and turn this down just a little bit. Maybe if you guys in chat can tell me if the volume is too loud or too soft, or if I should be louder or whatever. Oh, big flying knee is immediately coming out by Legacy.
Jesus, man, that flying knee almost took his chin to the moon there.
Oh, an insane body work. Stuns, and the flying knee is landed and drops Viper early in this first round. Just a little under 4 minutes left in this round, and Legacy is in a big lead.
Yes, he is, man. He inflicted some damage on that nose there. Oh my God, the combinations, Barrett. Oh my God.
Yeah, Viper is, if he hasn't yet thought about it, perhaps maybe a little bit of wrestling might be in the future for him if he's going to want to find success, or in the very least just survive this round.
Yeah, it's very intense, man. Very intense. But you know what? I'm enjoying this so far, because I'm kind of glad that, Viper's not panicking. See? You got to get comfortable real quick. And, it's things like that. You can get banged up in the first 2 minutes there, but it's just the way how you're going to end up finishing this out.
Yeah, 100%. But, man, he really needs to start avoiding those flying knees, because every time Legacy has thrown them, Viper has been getting caught on the chin. So, any more... Oh, nice head kick snuck in over the shoulder. That was beautiful. Oh,
Oh my God. Oh, oh my goodness.
oh, beautiful
Oh,
transition into the armbar. He's absolutely going to be able to sink it in. Not going to be able to finish the fight, but I mean, while it hasn't taken too much of that submission bar, Pudgy, it has to have had some sort of effect on the guard.
yeah,
Oh,
just a little
goodness.
bit here. But you know what? I think Viper's going to be okay. I think he's going to be okay.
Nice head movement to get him back to his feet. Taking a
Yeah,
couple
there was a
body
lot.
shots.
Man, there was a lot of stamina that was used.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and he's, Viper's already at such a stamina deficit, taking
Oh my
so
God, the
much
flying
body
knee
shots.
again.
The flying knees are just on point. My goodness, Legacy is looking like a world beater, and just like that, he's brought down.
Oh, ooh. The 1-2 that's just coming through there, Barrett.
Yeah, these guys are going back and forth, and a nice little suplex to end the round for Viper.
Yeah.
However, I still think that's heavily going to be in Legacy's favor.
Yeah, he had a fantastic first round, dude. Like the body shots really added up. Definitely those flying knees, man, they were really key. He caught him with those like 3 times. It
Yeah,
was like at least
3 or 4
twice, at
times.
least twice.
Yeah,
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 but but there was a time though that that Viper had his moment right then and there. Like he rocked him really good. So never know, man.
yeah. I mean, listen, Viper's definitely having his moments, but ultimately, I think what the real key is not
Oh my,
not just the flying knees, but the body work as well. Look at this, beautiful.
yeah. He keeps catching him with those flying knees, man.
Yeah, those
So
flying
really,
knees are really
really
nasty.
good body work, man. Really good body work here.
Nice attempt for a takedown by Viper. Unsuccessful, unfortunately, but still kind of what he needs. He needs to mix up more of these takedowns into his striking.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
he returned an overhand of his own there, Baron.
Yes, he did, and it landed with a serious impact. Oh, a nice little fake takedown into the uppercut. Didn't do as much damage as he would have wanted, Pudgy, but it did land.
Yes, it did. That it did.
And you can tell that despite the odds, Viper is keeping composure, and over the course of this fight, he's definitely becoming much more comfortable. But I feel like it's probably a little too late for that.
I think that if Viper just kind of tries to get this fight down on the ground, his striking stats wise, you're not gonna. Oh my God, I was about to lose it.
Oh,
Striking wise, you're not going against Akasaki, man. But his good traits here is really the takedown, really the
yeah.
ground game.
Oh my goodness, the
Uh,
spinning heel. Oh my
oh,
God.
wow, wow, that's insane. Nobody, no, to be quite honest with you, man, nobody does that against Viper. And Legacy he did that. Oh my God, look at this.
My
Oh,
God. Oh,
look at that flying knee. Oh,
right in front of the kick, too.
wow. Damn. Put that on the highlight reel. Welcome to TC4, baby.
Yeah, and that's exactly how we start off Total Conflict with a not just a banger, but a vicious knockout. So congratulations to Legacy. That was a excellent fight.
That it was, man. What a way to start this card off, man. Viper, he's not a slouch. We all know that. He's not a slouch. That just wasn't easy to do. But some way, somehow, Legacy made it look easy. So you
Yeah.
got to give props when it's due. And what an amazing way to start your
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, well, like I said, congratulations to Legacy on an excellent fight and a job well done. But with that said, let's go ahead and move on over to the next fight. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that's right. I do remember that this fight was being saved. This fight was just a little bit different. Let's go ahead and actually we'll switch back to the card real quick. Yeah. So the next fight was supposed to be Dev versus Jassim, but that has been replaced. You can thank one of Total Conflict's graphic artist, a gentleman who also works in other leagues as well as Elite Fighting Championship. The man who actually genuinely lives in delusion, thinks that he can beat me. The 0-8 Asher is here to save the day and save our next fight here, Pudgy. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is move on over to them because it looks like they are already lobbied up
Oh snap!
and ready to
I
go.
don't really know too much about this Asher guy, but if you're saying what you think, what I think that you may be saying, is he like the Alex Pereira of the community? Is that what you're telling me?
Asher, no, I'm saying Asher is the CM Punk of the community.
Ah,
Um, yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Okay. I was going to say maybe like Dan Ige or maybe like a Jim Miller,
Um,
somebody.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna poke fun here and there. I'm not gonna put the man on blast entirely. But what I will say is he kind of exposed himself in a spar or fight with somebody earlier today and told the world like what division he usually is in, and it's not 20. So I'll just leave it at that.
Damn.
Yeah, but either way, some guys can always come out with something surprising, especially with a pick like Origins Alex Pereira. Although he is going against a 5-star Anderson Silva and a nice little check hook
Hmm.
by Hen.
That was a stiff street.
And
Ooh,
Asher
nice
having
spot.
a hard time getting off the cage. It seems like he is stuck on the back foot, but Hen is very pressure forward.
Very nice indeed. Nice body straight there. Ooh, nice body work there.
I like the feints from Hen there. Nice little uppercut from Asher. Asher's definitely going to need to start applying some pressure of his own if he wants to get anywhere. Oh, nice
Oh,
counter.
man, that was a nice uppercut there.
Oh!
Oh, oh my God.
And the bodywork seems to be the theme, starting off at Total Conflict with not just the first, but now this fight. Heavy bodywork coming from Free Wagwan.
Jeez, man. Do you want ribs for lunch or dinner?
Oh,
You can have them both.
goodness. Another nasty body kick lands. And yeah, I don't know if Asher's going to want to be pulling back with so many body shots coming his way.
Yeah, has to be very, very careful because, you know, Anderson over here is just working the body here, man. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, this is coming off as a very strong round for Hen or Wagwan, however, whatever name you want to go with. But he's doing very well so far in this first round. I can appreciate his footwork. He's doing very well at keeping Asher up against the fence.
Yes, he is. Making him miss, making him pay. Still has to be careful though, man. You know, that left hand is so dangerous. One wrong move though, man, like it could just be lights out.
Absolutely. Yeah, Asher's definitely going to need to be a little bit more conscious of his shot selection throughout this fight. He's definitely fighting someone who is very good at being able to pick shots, but you know, is their defense the same way? And I think a large part of that question can be answered if Asher starts to, you know, mix in some feints, mix in some head movement. But another beautiful check hook lands for Wagwan.
I like what's you know, I kind of like so Wagwan, right? So that's the Anderson Silva, right?
Yes.
So for Wagwan, he's doing a really good job, just kind of like almost like measuring that distance. Like, you know what I mean? He's not overextending. You know,
Oh.
he is getting popped a little bit, but oh, he tried to go for a takedown there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably just trying to get some points. And probably not the most intelligent move, but you know, it's starting to seem like he's pulling so far ahead that you can kind of start to put a little intelligence to the side and, you know, just have fun with it.
Yeah. I mean, from what it just looks like to me, though, is that like he's, and again, just measuring that distance. He's doing really good 1-2 um, lateral movements there. And the body work is what's been paying off.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent jab uppercut, and the check hook is so on point for Wagwan. Drops his man and immediately goes for the armbar. Plenty of time and stamina to sink it in.
Goes for the side control after that. Now that guard should be hurt.
Oh, Asher's having a extremely difficult time here.
Oh.
Not being able to get up. Oh, and he is able to dodge the elbow in the last-ditch effort to recover half guard.
Yeah. Very, very lucky that that elbow did not land, because that would have been lights out.
Just so that everyone is aware, Asher did go into the fight chat and offer himself to save this fight. So this is not Total Conflict's you know, matchmaking. This is Asher asking for this fight. So just so everyone is aware, this isn't how we normally do things.
Wow.
WR of Gus in the chat saying this is bullying. Listen, you know, I had no control over it. There was nothing I could do. I don't know what you want me to do.
All right. Final round.
Oh, and that's exactly the moment that Wagwan was looking for. He gets the rock and the spear takedown right into side control.
Man, that nose is severely broken here, Baron. Look at that thing, man. That thing is hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, Alex is breathing out the mouth, which is only going to make him more susceptible to knockouts and a little bit of a pool party. Nobody's getting hurt now, but yeah, it feels like any moment Asher is going to be looking up at the lights for the last time.
Yeah. Oh. Just loving the combination here, man. It's just like It's great.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Looks like he inflicted a little bit of damage of his own there, Baron.
yeah, he's
That block is gone though. The block is gone.
yeah, he doesn't have much left in terms of the block, and he's not gonna have much fight left in him now. Big
Oh,
body work.
oh my God. He's going for the stack guard, Baron. Could this be it?
Oh, this is it.
Grasp it.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
oh my God. Herb, stop the fight. Stop the fight.
And that's it. Anderson Silva taking the center of the octagon, saying that there is no one better than me. Beautiful fight done from Wagwan. We appreciate Asher's best efforts, but unfortunately not having what it took to solve the Wagwan puzzle. But congratulations to Wagwan on an excellent fight and a win in the books for him.
Yeah, man. But shout out to Asher for even just stepping up on very short notice, man. For even just saving this fight. So you got to give credit to him.
Yeah.
He definitely had some moments in that fight. I felt like definitely in round number 2, he had some opportunities there, but Wagwan, man, he just took over, and
Yeah,
that
I
was it,
mean,
dog.
Asher definitely showed moments of success, and not a guy that should be giving up anytime soon. So hopefully we get to see him compete again in the future. However, until then, we will be moving on over to a very much looked forward to fight between Kieran Crow and Art of War. We're going to go ahead and move on over to them. These guys are already lobbied up, ready, set, go. Okay, just got to make sure the volume was up. All right, 80%. We're looking good here, Pudgy. So the picks are set. These guys are ready, and we are ready for another fight, another moment of violence, and this one between these two guys should be very good.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Both of these guys are amazing strikers. And I think that the picks that they have gone with is really going to reflect of what they can bring to that table. But I've known of Art of War for many of years. We've had battles in the past, and that guy is something else. He's a force to be reckoned with. The same thing for Kieran as well, too, man. Just always enjoy watching these guys fight. Nonetheless.
Unfortunately, you and I were the only one that was able to see like the first 30 seconds of the fight. So to everyone watching, I apologize for that. That was my bad.
It's all good.
That was my bad. But
you guys didn't miss much. You guys were right.
yeah. I mean, basically, what you have seen since I did change the screen is what was happening. Like, so not a whole lot. So sorry, forgot. My bad. But here we are. First round of 3:30 on the clock still, and I think what we've been able to see so far, Pudgy, is the most damage. So, like you said, nobody really missed a whole lot.
But Kieran's doing a really good job using that jab, really opening up for combinations here. Left hook to the body there. Nice uppercut there from Kieran.
And unfortunately, Pudgy, what I'm hoping we don't see is what we typically see with these picks is, both guys willing to stand and not necessarily trade, but, stand and try and make their mark and, make their dominance within the octagon. And typically, that's not what you want to do when you have these picks. If you're an Adesanya, oh my God, it doesn't matter what I think. Adesanya's doing excellently up until that elbow. Oh my goodness. Pudgy, these guys are back and forth.
Oh my goodness gracious, bro. This is pandemonium, man. This is what we want. This is the digital violence that we needed on a Sunday afternoon. We needed this.
Yeah,
Oh my God, Kieran's he's doing such a good job, man. Look at the combinations, man.
Yes.
They're so flush.
Oof. Yeah, Kieran has been on point tonight.
Oh my
Another
God.
rock in Kieran's name, but Art doing very good at keeping composure and staying on his feet, swinging back now.
Yep.
Oh my
Oh,
God, these guys are so on point.
wow, man. There's a lot of blood that's trickling down the face there of Art of War, man. Let's be very, very careful.
Yeah, now I believe Kieran also has a little bit of a cut as well. Probably not as bad as Art, but something that both guys are going to have to be privy of. Another big kick blocked of Kieran's. 5 seconds left.
Wow.
Huge round to start this fight off, Pudgy.
Yes. Wow. What a banger to start this shit off. This is great. So much damage, man. It's just like I feel like just kind of like seeing how this fight could play out, man. I don't think that this is gonna last. Um, there's just a lot of damage that Art of War has really you know, accumulated and on it, at least on him. But you never know, man. Can't count him out yet, you know?
Oh, just narrowly avoided a big front kick to the face. Art is starting to incorporate a lot of back steps to look for that counter, Pudgy.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, just getting a couple front kick salads, man. This could be a very short night. That was a very clean overhand there from Kieran. Connected very well. It was very fast too.
Man, Kieran seems nearly untouchable in this second round,
Mm.
giving Art really
Oh,
no chance to even fire back, just being so overwhelming with his jabs and hooks.
yeah, the block is just being obliterated there. Man, he has to be very careful. He is attacking back on his own there, but still has to be very careful.
Oh,
Oh, nice ducking roundhouse kick there from Kieran.
yeah. Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness. In a moment where he was dazed and didn't even know it, he tried throwing
oh,
back, and that is it, everyone. That is the fight.
oh, Jesus Christ, bro. That was a nice walk-off KO. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That was
I see Khalil in the chat saying knockout of the night. Very much so, very much so. Probably wouldn't have been without the rage quit, but yeah, I think, or well, I don't know if that was a rage quit, but
that was a rage. That was a rage. But you know what? It is what it is, man. Is guess what? Because we can roll that back and make me higher like real out of it.
yes, we can. Yeah, the replays of full cards go out on YouTube. Basically almost the following week. So, we will be able to rewatch that fight at our pleasure, because that will be an excellent fight to revisit. But with that said, let's go ahead and move on through the rest of the prelims. We got 2 prelim fights left, with Dasuke and John Africa up next, and then Panju and Yidikus finishing off the prelims. So we're gonna go ahead and move in to John Africa and Dasuke. Dasuke having made quite the unfavorable name for himself in the competition scene, Pudgy, since his arrival. And then on the other side of that coin, you have John Africa, who's very much been involved in the UFC gaming community for a long time, probably much longer than most people even really know.
Mhm. Always working behind the scenes, man. And John Africa, that guy's, that guy is something else, man. He is, and again, he's a force to be reckoned with. He can put your lights out. He can ground and pound you if he wants to. He basically have his way with you. Um, but just kind of looking at on the other side who he's going against, man. Like, I've also seen what he can do as well, and he can mix it up everywhere. Um, so I'm really looking forward to both of these gentlemen colliding in the octagon here, Baron. Um, I don't think that is probably gonna. It could get to round 3. I see it maybe a late. a late finish in the third round.
Mm,
Um, but I feel like somebody's going to get up out of here pretty quick.
yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be a lot of wrestling.
A lot of wrestling is definitely on the table. I think it was Yidicus that was like, hey, you know, it seems like all these fights are like brawls. Like, what's going on? Let me turn this down just a little bit. Sorry, y'all, if it's gonna lag for a second. But yeah, you know, someone was asking like, what's up with all these brawls? And here is a fight. If you don't really care for brawls, you're gonna see a anti-brawling, very grappling heavy fight with this one, or especially whenever you see Daisuke fight. Daisuke has been much more on top of his striking game lately, but he is very much a grappler from top to bottom, Pudgy.
Yeah, so just kind of seeing how this is all playing out here. You know, looks like John Africa he has a good position right now. I think that probably staying in the half guard is probably going to be his best. Oh no, he decided to get up. I thought he was going to stay on the ground here.
Oh, and a nice body kick landed from John. John is, you know, like I said earlier, a very good competitor, but he's an excellent coach. One of the head coaches, if not the head coach of the What Remains of camp, full of champions over there. And John is here to, you know, show you what the What Remains of name means.
Nice takedown there.
Yeah, Daisuke on top, and this is exactly where he wants to be. Despite even the pick, Daisuke is much more comfortable on the ground, and even more so when he's on top. Oh, nice catch kick while he was jumping into that body kick. And John is really heavy on the body kicks off the exit here, Pudgy.
He's doing a really good job of introducing those, because a lot of people don't typically really use a lot of body kicks in that type of combinations succession. So, you know, just throwing a lot of kicks, basically just trying to throw your off. It's really.
And Daisuke doing well with the striking. This is, like I said, this is something that he's been working on. And it is showing tonight, and has been showing in the past couple outings, not just at Total Conflict, but at the other promotions that he fights at. He's been showing slowly that he is getting better.
Just trying to think who I can try to get this round to.
Yeah, very close fight indeed. According to the stats, you could argue really either one. I mean, it just depends on what you consider more points. You know, do you consider more points towards strikes landed, or, you know, control?
Yeah, you never know with these judges here, Baron. Never leave it to the judges, brother.
Yeah, 100%. We have seen in Total Conflict a number of times between robberies and draws that, you know, where neither should have occurred. That is what happens when you leave the fights in the hands of the judges. They can make some pretty wild calls sometimes.
Jeez, man. Daisuke landed 82 body strikes.
Oh, a flying knee attempted from John, not landed, unfortunately, but just a moment to give Daisuke something else to think about. Now, before this fight started, in-game, these guys have fought 4 times already, John with 3 wins over Daisuke. So that gives you any indication, but, you know, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull the Roger in prime time. You know, during competition, when the lights are on and you're live, it's a little different. So
That it does. I couldn't have said that anything better, brother.
Oh, and still committed to faking the takedown as John looking for the strike, not really able to get it, and maybe even paid a little bit of a price for it. Nice body kick catch there from John.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus, that floored the hell out of that dude.
Wow.
I'm surprised that wasn't a flash KO, man. That actually should have been. He should have died. To be honest with you.
I almost feel like that was, you know, specifically timed. Oh my God!
This is insane. To T.
That head kick landed right on the 2-minute mark of this round, so it was nearly picture perfect. But John does find himself looking up at the lights as Daisuke gets on top, postures up, starts raining down big shots here, Pudgy.
Yes, and John African has to be very, very careful. Very careful. Yeah. As of right now, he just has to survive until the end of this round. But Daisuke, man, he's just doing a good job of denying that pass.
And this is what I was saying. Daisuke is so on his game when he's not only on the ground, but he's on top. You know, he becomes relentless. So nasty shots landed for Daisuke to finish off that round, Pudgy, and we are moving on into the next.
Please. What can you do, man? What can you do? You know, right now, I kind of feel like John could be down 2 rounds, man. He could be down 2 rounds. He's really going to have to pull a stop. So if he leaves this to the judge, man, he's going to lose this fight.
Possibly. I mean, that the head kick would have done a lot more for him had he not gotten knocked down his own that round. But you know, it's he got it right, so that means he can get a big shot off like that again. So still plenty of time left for John to bring this fight back. 4 minutes left in the very last round of this fight.
If I'm John, we'll just try to look for a takedown, see if you try to take us back.
Oh, standing in the center. Oh, and Daisuke's landing big shots. Oh my God. How did he survive?
Bro, that knee right up the middle was so clean, Baron. So clean.
Oh my goodness. John's still in it though. And that is kind of a theme for what remains of fighters, is that you can crack him, you can knock him down, but you're gonna have to kill him to get him out of there.
Yeah. John's nose is severely broken, man. Severely broken. Is going to affect with stamina real fast. It's just, oh my God, man. This is just insanity.
Yeah, with the broken nose in this last round, it basically pulls submissions off the table as an option for John. Like you said at the beginning of this round, he's going to have to pull off something big to not just win this round, but possibly the entirety of the fight, because right now, he's getting controlled out here, Pudgy.
Yes, he is, man. Good late denial there from John African.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! He threw the empty flying knee, and that was it.
And possibly a last-ditch effort for the flying knee. He is taken out with a lead uppercut, and
wow,
that is it. A well-fought fight between both guys, and Daisuke comes out with a standing knockout, probably the first in his career. I'll call it and say it is what it is. That was a excellent fight and an excellent performance from Daisuke. I'm thoroughly much more impressed with that than his first aired primetime fight. So very, Very good fight and an excellent win for Daisuke. Unfortunately for John, it did not go his way, but obviously we will see him back again in the future.
Yes, we will. And you know what? That this fight was nothing less than amazing, man. It really could have went either way. Um, you know, and just for Suki doing against that, you know, doing this type of damage against not only somebody like John Africa of his stature, his nature, of what he
Mm-hmm.
has, but man, that was just intense to see, right? Like, you know, typically you'll see John Africa doing the most damage, and you just seen somebody where they just came in and took over a little bit. So
Yeah, yeah.
definitely much love to both of these fighters, man. Seriously.
You know, John's a hell of a competitor, and you know he's excellent at keeping composure, even in the midst of a blazing house fire. But finishing off the prelims is going to be Yiddicus versus Panju up next. These guys are already lobbied up. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and change the screen immediately so that I don't fuck that last one up. But yeah, let's go ahead. These guys, Eutychus with the Ian Gary pick, Panju with Shavkat Rachmanov. Shavkat, you're seeing as a pick a little bit more often than I think you used to, Budgie.
Hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of slept on that pick,
Mm-hmm.
but
I agree with
now
that.
it's now since Shavkat is now getting more recognition now. He's up for a title shot soon. I think a lot of people are going to be really focused in on what he can do here, but hopefully we can actually see this actual matchup in the future. But we're just going to see how Ian Garrett gets through Joaquin Buckling first. But as of right now, we have our minds focused on this.
Yeah, Eutychus coming out very technical in this first round so far. Has found himself on top with a nice leg drag. And let's see what he can do from here. I mean, technically now, forgive me, I don't really know too much about newer competitors in the sport. But Ian Gary's supposed to be more of like a jiu-jitsu guy, right? Am I wrong?
Uh, I, he does have some jiu-jitsu background. I think he trains out of he trains with the shoot box
Okay.
from Charles Oliveira's camp.
I see Roger in the chat saying no, he's a striker. Okay. Well, isn't he the dude who? Never mind. I'm not gonna bring that up. Never mind. Never mind.
My man Roger in the chat. What's up, baby?
Um, but well, he is on top and looking for an armbar, and I know it might be hard for some people to see, but that stamina did not allow him to really take too much advantage of that armbar.
Yeah, good denial there from Eutychus, and wow, good denial from Andrew too.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, when guys pick a fighter and then they go with the like that set fighters, like they take their fighters' tools and they go, oh no, I'll just use the opposite of that. You know, they take a striker and then they want to grapple, or they take a wrestler and then they want to strike, and it's like it's always the craziest thing to me.
But you know what? That's just the weird thing about MMA, man. Those things happen.
Yeah, yep. So a little less than a minute on the clock in this first round, and it very much easily going to be scored for Yiddicus with so much control in this round.
Goes in the half guard here, bringing down some shots there from the top there.
Yeah, Panji not able to do too much with it before he gets reversed. And now Eutychus is on top, raining down his own shots, not able to get too much damage off himself.
Hey, stop!
Yeah, that first round could have went to anyone there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I still believe that it's going to be scored in Yidicus's favor, just due to there wasn't really too much going on in that round outside of him being on top. So we're starting off this second round. Gotta give a big shout out to everyone who's watching. We are live with over 30 viewers right now, and you guys are watching some excellent fights here tonight, with even better ones on the way. Pudgy.
Yeah, thank you guys for always thank you guys for even just tuning in, man. Spending your Sunday with us, man. Really appreciate it. And hopefully you guys are just having a good day as much as we are. So much appreciated, and thank you, Baron, for having me on here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. We always love to have you on here, Pudgy, especially when we have such excellent fights like this. Little over 13. Jesus, what the hell am I talking about? A little over 3 minutes on the clock in this second round, and a little bit more of a back and forth competition in this round, Pudgy.
Yeah, nice leg kick there that you seen from Panju. He's just staying patient. Just trying to pick his shots very correctly, and you know, I think right now, I think Edicus is,
Mm.
he's throwing a lot. I think that he would need to kind of conserve a little bit of his stamina. Um, I think probably on paper, I think Shavkat probably has the better health stats.
Mm.
Um, so I think that he probably needs to calm down just a little bit.
Oof.
Use your range a little bit, but he's kind of getting picked apart.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe some more teeps like that from Eutychus. Maybe some calf kicks to try and stifle Shavkat or Panju's movement forward, because Panju's been very aggressive this round. It seems like he's gotten his confidence back to be able to land on Eutychus. So if Eutychus can start to stifle that with some calf kicks, or like I said, some teeps or something, I think that would be a huge help in his favor. But these chest to chest head kicks are not helping him out, Pudgy.
Yeah, there's not a lot of distance that he's really creating
Yeah.
to elevate. Oh
Oh.
my, nice uppercut from Edicus.
Oh, an excellent head movement keeps him in the fight from Panju, surviving very well and staying into it. 10 seconds left. Oh, avoids the clinch with a nice little combo up top.
Yes, that was a nice lead hook there. Ooh, yeah, elbow over the top.
Mm.
Ready? Let's do it. Let's go, brother. It's the last round. Dig deep.
Starting off the third round, Eutychus shoots for the takedown, unable to get it as he turns.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, Panju doing it excellent with the takedown defense. Really draining Eutychus' stamina with that. They do seem even though, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I want to say that he could probably do some body work there.
That was perfect. I want more of that.
Mm.
All right, beautiful. Keep him there. Now let's really start to dig on that body.
Eutychus trying to cosplay as Dasuke's first primetime aired fight with so many clinches and takedown attempts. Let's see if it will pay off for him.
I need you to take the back position now.
So now,
You need to work. I'll stand this up. Just work.
Yiddick probably trying to do all this just to prove a point. That's kind of almost what it seems like here, Pudgy.
Uh-oh. He has him in that back flip. It's not good.
Going for the choke. He's definitely got the stamina advantage. Oh, and he sunk it in, Pudgy. He's got one more, maybe two more, looks like, before he'll get the actual submission win. So I don't think ultimately that's going to be the goal. But a couple shots as he turns back over, is able to avoid the arm bar or arm triangle. Not quite sure which submission he went for there.
I believe that was an arm triangle. Uh-oh. Oh, he's going for a Kimura.
Yeah, very low percentage submission being used. He's able to get out of it. He's able to get back to his feet. He sweeps.
Nice denial there. Nice denial there from Yiddick as well.
Well, it was Yiddick in chat who was complaining about all the brawling, so now that he's competing, he's getting to do exactly what he wants. So here we are in the last 25 seconds of this fight, and Yiddick is finding himself on top and in control very dominantly.
Wow. It looks like Yiddick just kind of had his way with him a little bit. He did, even though he did suffer some damage, some really big damage there. You never, man, can't leave it to the judges, man. But it looks like it might be in Yiddick's favor.
Yeah, nice back drag there. Well, we will see as we find out the decision now.
3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the future Ian Machado.
There you go.
And as expected, Yiddick ends up being declared the winner of your fight between Yiddick and Panju. So congratulations to Yiddick on a successful win. I think there might be some people in the audience that was not the biggest fan of that, but you know, you can't please all the people all the time, Pudgy.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta do what works for you, man. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what character that you use, right? That's kind of like almost seeing Anderson Silva win by controlling ground time. You know, even though like that's not really so much in his wheelhouse. You know, sometimes you may have to do that to throw off your opponent a little bit. Maybe you might strike with them all the time, you know, but just kind of looking what happened. He's putting people on notice. So shout out to Yiddick, man.
Either way, a win is a win, and that is what's going to move him closer to a title shot. But with that said, that fight is what finishes off our prelims. We're going to be moving on into the main card with a excellent fight for you here. Jody BJJ versus what remains of Khalil. Jody BJJ using an extremely deceptive name because he is not typically one for the ground. He is very much somebody who has hands that are rated E for everyone, while Khalil is very crafty. He'll lull you into a game of thinking that you're definitely, without a doubt, besting him, and then as soon as it hits the ground, you're already sunk into one submission, and he just needs one more. And, you know, it's not a game plan that always works, but it's a game plan that makes for interesting fights. So let's go ahead and move it on over to them. These guys are lobbied up as per typical, and still yet to come, what remains of Maxi and Fugitive, Marcus versus Muay Thai Jesus, and then your co-main event, Striken versus Hack the World, and for your main event later on tonight, Mihrouf versus Smokey. Still an excellent bunch of fights here tonight.
We're just waiting for Khalil to ready up, and we'll get this party started. But kind of looking forward to this, man. What would you think that you would need to see out of Khalil? Kind of using a pick like Darren Till against Leon Edwards when he won the championship.
It's interesting. I'm so I don't quite understand why he would pick Khalil, or excuse me, why he would pick Darren Till, Khalil, because Khalil really shines most when he's on the ground. So it strikes me strange that he would pick a Darren Till. But I believe that this is like maxed out new alter ego Darren Till, right?
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So, because I don't think that those are Venom shorts. But they might be. I don't know. So
Those are those used to be the old Reebok shorts.
yeah. So you know, maybe there's something to his ground game that I'm not aware of. Or maybe Khalil's just really been working on his stand up. So we're gonna find out over the course of the next 2.5 rounds. 3:20 on the clock in this first round. Let me just shout out to or reach out to chat real quick. How's the sound sounding? How's the gameplay sound? Does everything sound good? I just want to make sure.
Ooh, nice one too there from Jody.
Oh,
nice front kick. Nice front kick there.
Yeah, that front kick landed nasty on Khalil. I'm hearing from the back that Khalil, possibly may have been working on his striking, but is overall confident in it. So, we'll see how he does. He's getting a little pieced up, but he's stayed competitive so far. Oh, and a nice, beautiful missed kick, possibly on purpose, in an effort to set Jody up to walk into that spinning back kick to the body. That was well done.
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that.
I don't think Jody was either.
Nice takedown attempt there.
Great grappling exchange between both guys. I'm quickly not becoming a fan of Jody's little bobblehead, but thankfully he's not doing it. He's not spamming it or anything. I think he's just doing it for giggles. Oh, beautiful sway from Jody into an excellent counter. Hurts Khalil. Khalil's on the retreat for a moment.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice slip there that caused that rock there. Ooh, nice slip there of Khalil.
Yeah, possibly, or I shouldn't say possibly, definitely Jody's round starting off this fight. Going into the second round, Khalil, I think, really should start to lean into his wrestling and lean into his craftiness and his deception when it comes to the ground game, because this might be a great example of what I was saying earlier, Pudgy, is that Khalil's very good at leading you to believe that, like, this is your fight, like, you got me figured out, and then the next thing you know, you got a submission, you got an armbar sunk onto you.
Yep.
So, it's hard to be confident against Khalil because, sometimes, like, I think if there's anyone who can sell a fight, it's Khalil. Let me put it to you that way. I think he's so good at letting you think that you're beating his ass before he tries to sink something in on you, that you genuinely think that this is hit the height of his potential, and then all of a sudden the whole fight changes.
Oh yeah, for sure. And to be quite honest with you, man, Khalil's playing style kind of reminds me of my own because anytime that
Mm,
if I'm going against someone or someone who's kind of beating up on me a little bit, I kind of make him think that, and then I just started kind of hitting with some okey doke moves, and now they're on the ground. Now they're knocked out. Now they got subbed.
yeah.
So it's giving it's kind of almost letting your opponent thinking that they are in the lead, and then they kind of get too overconfident, and then that's where you catch them slipping. So, good job there by Khalid by introducing that. That's not hard. Well, it's like, let me rephrase. That's not easy to do against most elite players.
Mm-hmm.
They start to catch on after a while.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, everyone's game is eventually figured out. Well, I shouldn't say everyone. There's definitely some guys in the community, one or two that I can name where it's like they've been beat, but I wouldn't say they've been figured out.
Mm. Nice leg kick there.
And in what feels like a round that lasts forever, there's just a little under a minute left to this second round. Excuse me, possibly going into the third here, Pudgy.
Oh, nice
Oh!
flying knee there. Oh my goodness.
In a moment where he has the opportunity to change it all, he drops his man.
Damn, that was a good left. That was a good leg hook there.
Oh!
And that's it. Wow.
And just like that, this is what I'm saying. Khalil is so good at lulling you into thinking that you have him until he snaps.
Jeez, man. That is insane. They're saying rematch? No. GG's in the chat, dog.
Oh
Wow.
man, he's
So
damn it,
impressive.
bro.
So impressive. Congratulations to what remains of Khalil. I've been a big fan of his since
It's okay.
the Supremacy fight cards when I first saw him. And I called his game out immediately, and I don't think anyone had any respect for it, but I knew that the man was capable of great things, and his game would eventually lead him into something special. And tonight, he got it here at Total Conflict MMA 4. What an excellent win for what remains of Khalil. That was so impressive.
That was very impressive.
Mm.
Wow, man. That was insane.
Especially against such a competitor like Jody. That really raises Khalil's stock in a big way. Man. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you can expect at Total Conflict. These are the type of fights that are made to bring you the most exciting fights that we can put together.
Yeah. I'm glad to be calling these, man, because these fights have just been insane from top to bottom,
Right?
literally. Even like the most chaotic ones, that you thought that they weren't going to go to decision, and some ended up doing it, but
Mm-hmm.
we have more finishes than we do decisions.
Well, up next, with a couple fighters who are already lobbied up on the Xbox, going through the rest of the main card is another What Remains of competitor in Maxi versus Fugitive. Now, I believe we have seen Fugitive here before. I'm almost certain we've seen Maxi compete here before, but these guys are lobbied. They're ready to go. Let's go ahead and move things on over to them. And yeah, it looks like Maxi is here with the WEC Anthony Pettis alter ego, and Fugitive with the Charles Oliveira. This is shaping up to be another excellent fight here, Pudgy.
Yeah, it's watching Maxi fight. It's like it gives you that aura that, like, okay, this man's special. This man can really do something. And Maxi has been a champion before. Um, at least with the GFC, and if this is the same Maxi that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And but this dude he's nothing less than exciting. Especially going
Oh
with the
yeah.
pick. I'm using like alter ego Anthony Pettis. Uh, he's really going to show you some skills, man. I don't really know too much about Fugitive, but I guess we'll find out and see.
Yeah, unfortunately. What the hell does that mean, Verse? Verse just said in chat, "Oh, that's the Suke." I don't know what he's referring to. But it doesn't matter. We are here with these guys going, and you're absolutely right. Maxi is I wouldn't say necessarily a one-of-a-kind striker, but definitely one of the more successful but exciting strikers in competition. I remember, the first really impressive performance that I saw, that I got a chance to really pay attention to his game, was also much like Khalil at a supremacy card, where he lit somebody up like a Christmas tree to the point where I thought the whole house was gonna burn down. But it was a near flawless victory for Maxi, and it was a huge statement in his name. But he is here again tonight fighting against Fugitive, which, much like you, Pudgy, I don't know too much about him, unfortunately.
But you know what? He could be one of those dark horses. You know what I mean? But he's going to have to prove himself. His Maxi's over here laying some heavy damage down.
And even in a rock state, oh my goodness, the Showtime kick knocks him down through the guard, looking to do it again. Get away from the cage. My goodness, I think Fugitive is gonna need to start trying to employ some type of takedown or clinch game in this last minute and 20 seconds of the round.
Mm-hmm. Nice flying knee there. Ooh. Has to be very careful, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Maxi is just so dangerous on the feet. Such a pressure fighter. I mean, does the guy know how to step backwards? Oh my goodness. Maxi is going for a huge highlight reel knockout here tonight.
Yeah, this is insane, bro. This dude's gonna get himself knocked out.
What? No shot.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell we just witnessed, bro, but what the fuck was that?
That was the first and probably only time that you'll ever see a Showtime kick knockout at Total Conflict. Maxi was the first to try and the first to succeed. What a knockout.
What the? Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
There's so many knockouts of the night, man. Holy damn.
I mean, that may have just taken it, and not because of, it being a Showtime kick, but mostly because he tried it like 4 or 5 times, and homie just said, "Nah, I'll block this," and then decided to block it with his chin. So, that was, I mean, already a very much successful fight for Maxi, but to finish it off in such a entertaining fashion is, he'll probably see that on TikTok. I'll probably make a video out of that. So
probably, because that was amazing.
Whoops. All right. Well, had a little transition to absolutely nothing different, but there we go. Got the right screen. Congratulations to Maxi on an excellent fight. Still to come, up next in your card, finishing off the main card, is Muay Thai Jesus versus a replacement in another what remains of in Gus. This is a basically turning into a what remains of card. Let's see. Next fight's a replacement fight. 2-0 for Gus. Right? Is that what you're trying to say, Verse? Is that Gus is 2-0? I don't think Gus has fought here yet. I don't know. But yeah, here we go. With Gus and Muay Thai Jesus. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get this open. But this is gonna be the last main card fight before we move into the co-main between Striking and Hack the World. And versus saying yes, Gus is 2-0 coming into this fight. So, are these guys already fighting? Is that?
I think so.
A Living Angel, is that Gus? Let's go.
I think so.
All right. Well, that's crazy that they started before we told them to start. That's kind of wild. But here we go. These guys are already at it. Let me just adjust that volume real quick. Yeah, that's up, so that's good. All right. That's crazy. They got into it. What was it? Either Muay Thai Jesus or Gus like just heard his name and he's like, all right, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, they were just like, yeah, we're on go mode. We're on go mode, baby.
Oh, I think there's a little bit of lag in this fight. Oh yeah, okay, good. It's not the stream, it's them. All right. Oh boy. Well, this ping is so bad that I'm gonna go ahead and call it and say that we might have to scrap this fight because this is rough. This is not either enjoyable to watch or commentate.
Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, this is completely unplayable for these guys, unfortunately. Nothing.
This is hard. This is hard to watch.
This is hard to watch. So, let's see. Verse, where you at, buddy? You want to call it? You want to give me the call on this one?
Can we circle back to this, or we may have to just scrap it?
Well, I can't scrap. This is important. Well, this is it important enough for this? Because they can't even play. They can't even compete. They're gonna need to restart this.
Yeah, probably.
These guys are gonna have to restart. Like, look at this. They can't do anything. They can barely even get their guard up.
Yeah. Let's see if we can try to circle back to this.
Yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and be the best thing for all of us. Is if we go ahead and circle back. You know, for what it's worth, Pudgy, we have had excellent fights here tonight.
Yes, we have, and it's just been banger after banger, man. That Showtime kick really solidified a lot. But
yeah, that's like I said. I mean, that's exactly the highlight that Maxi was looking for, and he was able to get it in a very Anthony Pettis Showtime kick-esque way. I mean, much like how Benson Henderson was leaning back to try and avoid it, so was Charles Oliveira in this fight, and still got nailed with it. I mean, it was almost one-to-one picture perfect. I mean, I think when I make that TikTok, I'm gonna try and get both the real life clip and then that clip like synced up a little bit, because that's gonna look nasty. That's gonna look nasty as hell. But let's see. Let me just go ahead. Let me go ahead and I know it looks like these guys are looking to restart. Let's go ahead and peek in their fight chat real quick. This isn't playable. Fellas, that's unfortunate. We really can't try. Okay, well, unfortunately, it looks like this fight has been scrapped. We are not going to be getting a chance to see Gus versus Muay Thai Jesus. Muay Thai Jesus has been making quite a name for himself here in Total Conflict. He's been fighting a couple times, but that's all right. We will get him a properly regioned opponent on the next card. Until then, let's go ahead and move into one of the most anticipated fights for tonight, the co-main event between Striken and Hack the World on the Xbox. This is looking like a good fight. You've got Ilia Topuria and Jose Aldo, the 5-star Jose Aldo. So yeah, this is looking really good here, Pudgy.
Mhm. And I think from what I also saw in the chat here is that it looks like Ilia Topuria got that buff, I believe. So that man is now, I guess what the community say, cracked. There, so
Yeah, that's
this man, this dude is literally insane, man. From that crazy performance that he did against Max Holloway, and really the first person to ever knock him out. So that right there has just spoken in volumes, man. I know that Ilya Taporia in real life can be annoying as shit to some degree, but I gotta give the man respect because to do that against Volk was one thing, okay, but doing against Max was another, and it really put the featherweight division on notice, and he can fight at lightweight as well too. So I'm very I'm hoping that he does go for that champ at some point there, but I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's most likely going to be in the future, him going for a double champ status. But in terms of virtual violence, Pudgy, he is here tonight being used by Striken and very much on the forward front movement. Big pressure starting off heavy from Striken. Drops his opponent early.
Oh, wow, crap.
Oh my god. Takedown just a little too unsuccessful. Almost had it, but they get back to their feet.
Oh, nice body work there.
Now, I believe, and I could be wrong, as I typically am, but I'm pretty sure the last time Hack the World fought here at Total Conflict, it was against Legacy, and had a close fight that most people thought Legacy had won, and Hack the World came away with arguably a major robbery. So he is kind of here in an effort to show that that he is more than just capable of paying off a couple judges.
So, yeah, you can't lose to the judges these days, man. They're getting paid in Chick-fil-A coupons and Olive Garden coupons and gift cards and shit. You can't trust them. You just can't. They're crooked. So,
They are.
you know, I always encourage everyone either get a finish or you get some type of, doctor stoppage, something. Because you can't leave it to the judges, man. You can't trust them. You can't trust them.
Absolutely not. Well, I do like what Hack the World is doing in terms of the feinting. I think he needs just a little bit better, follow up with the feints, and maybe some better distance management. I say it all the time, but I'd love to see some teeps or some leg kicks, especially from a classically Muay Thai fighter like Jose Aldo. But goodness, he's getting tagged up out there, Budgie. A minute on the clock.
That he is, man. Man, this guy has some crazy power, man. Love to see it. Nice leg kicks there.
Yeah, and the calf kicks can go a long way, Pudgy.
That they can, man. They start to add up after a while. I think that if Striking takes out the lead leg of Jose Aldo, good head kick there. I think that he'll slow down the power and the speed because I don't think that he probably has the best switch stance, even as an alter ego. I don't think he really ever had the best stance. But it's kind of seeing how this all plays out, man. Like this is it's crazy work, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Striking doing a good job at keeping forward pressure and momentum going. Hack the World is doing what he can to land his own offense, and he has had moments of finding some good success. So I don't think that he's gotten a chance to knock down his opponent yet in Striking, but here we are going into the second round. He has another round ahead of him to be able to prove that, like I said, his last fight wasn't just a robbery.
Nice body up there from Striking.
Nice head kick there. Still, he needs to get out from behind those black lines.
Nice takedown defense there from Striking. He's landing some knees, man. It's not looking good. Nice takedown there.
Yeah, now while Jose Aldo does have a good bottom game, I don't know about how good his wrestling is. I mean, we saw very quickly as Hack the World flipped through Jose Aldo's stats that this alter ego of him has 100 takedown defense, so he should have been able to defend the takedown, but wasn't able to, and now he's getting a nasty submission slapped on him. Tries to escape, but Striking was well ahead of him and sinks it in for the first one. Still has a couple more on deck before he gets the submission win.
He has well over 2 minutes to work.
So here, 2:20 on the clock, and he goes for the submission again. He could very much finish. And he does not. Hack the World's actually able to get out of it, but man,
oh wow,
Striking is relentless on looking for the submission win. Oh my goodness, leaves him with a sliver left. He's still in it, but does not have much left.
Jeez, man, that head though is going to be so shit.
Oh yeah, but he's not looking for a knockout, or he might, but it looks like he really wants that submission win.
This is not looking good. Not looking good at all.
And look at Hack's stamina. It is completely gone. Who would have ever thought that all of that submission work would have taken that much stamina away, that much long-term stamina away?
Right. Oh. Ooh.
Wow, somehow, some way, Hack the World was able to actually survive and get out of that round. Pudgy, I don't see any path forward for him to find any success in finding victory here tonight, quite honestly.
He's going to have to do something. He's going to have to pull out some stops some way, somehow, man. That stamina is really going to be an issue for him. Kind of going into this third one. But you never know, man. Never say never, right?
Yeah, 100%. And from what I understand, as we get into this third round, I'm hearing from the back a little bit that some things are being shifted. I believe the main event is still on deck tonight, and we will still be watching Mihrouf versus Smokey, but I think in an effort to fill out the card so we don't have a scrap fight, there may be some workings in the back trying to get something put together. So hold on tight. A little over 4 minutes left to this fight, and Striking is in the lead with a huge advantage in the submissions. He needs one more, and that is going to be the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He does not need another submission. He just needs these hands.
Oh my God. He's like, you're not gonna wait for these 4 minutes to play out because I'm getting them out of here right now.
Mm.
Oh, you said right now? Right now. Good God, Aaron, look at that. That was just a that was just an amazing performance for striking, man. He put on a boxing clinic, and not even just a boxing clinic. He was also just having his way with him on the ground there. The consistent submission attempts really did a good number on that head health, man. It really did.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb
Yeah,
James called a stop to
he
this
did
contest at 1
excellently
minute,
on the
20 seconds.
ground. Used Taporia to the best extent, and eventually came out with the win in the third round via TKO. Excellent fight between both fellas, but all congratulations to striking on yet another very successful win. But with
Wow.
that said, okay, all right, well, with your co-main event out of the way, and in the history books, we are moving on to your main event. Forget what I said. It's not gonna happen. We are gonna be one fight short this card, but a excellent card it has been nonetheless, Pudgy.
That it has, man. It's been crazy calling all these fights, man. And you wouldn't just have thought that it would have, you know, I want to say have lived up to the hype because obviously anything that's going down at Total Conflict is always going to live up to the hype, man. But even just the very first fight that started us all the way up until this point, man, it's been great. It really has, man, and it has me excited for the next card. To be quite honest with you, so
Yeah, hey man. Well, like I said, these are the type of fights and the type of matchmaking that you can expect from Total Conflicts. So we are so happy that you are here to join us for another night of violence. But let's go ahead and move straight into the fight that everyone has been waiting for. Your PlayStation title holder, Mihrouf, going against What Remains of Smokey. There's been a lot of What Remains of competitors here tonight. Some successful, some not so much, but that's okay. They are here to put on a show.
yeah. And just kind of looking at both of these guys' resumes, man, it's it's going to be fireworks, man.
Mm.
Just kind of having Mihrouf of just being as the champion as he is, the mentality that he has, and now he's looking to defend it. He's not going to get somebody who's a slouch. You know what I mean? I don't really see this going past the third round personally. I think somebody's going to try to get an early finish, but as long as both the guys just kind of make their necessary adjustments, Baron, I think we will probably have a really great match on our hands.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I said it in the Discord general chat earlier today prior to the card, and I'll say it again. Styles make fights. As cliche as it is true. You've got Smokey, who is an excellent wrestler and ground overall ground fighter. And then Mihrouf, who's just a very analytical, calculated competitor, just overall, all around. So, much like you said, these guys' resumes are tall orders. So this is going to be an excellent, hopefully 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm. I think Smokey's doing a really good job of just kind of maintaining this ground control. This is where he wants to be.
Yeah, that's on the ground is definitely where Smokey wants to be. Nice couple strikes from both guys. Just narrowly avoids the flying knee. Not ever recommended to lean back on a flying knee, Pudgy.
Yeah, definitely don't, because they will get you. They will get you gone, and they will make you a highlight reel, Baron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but nice back drag. It brings Mihrouf back down to the canvas. Not exactly where he would want to be, especially with the Adesanya pick.
Mm-hmm. Just driving elbows from the top there. Looking some good damage there.
Yeah. Overall, though, if Smokey keeps this game plan up, it is going to exhaust Mihrouf, and it is going to keep his, capabilities and capacity to find that knockout at bay.
Yeah. Oh, nice get up there. Nice knee there from Smokey.
Oh, big
Oh,
front kick lands down the middle.
wow, nice body work there. Nice body work.
Oh my goodness, the head kick lands.
And this is why Mihrouf is showing you levels, man.
Well, we can tell that Mihrouf's game has not changed since he achieved the title at Total Conflict MMA 2, still with a very kick-heavy game and landing successfully with it. Very good round. Quite honestly, for both fighters, that was a good fight from both guys so far. Mihrouf finding success on the feet, and obviously Smokey on the ground. So this is turning out to be a very competitive fight.
That it is, man. That it is. And I think, probably giving that round to Smokey, just because of the takedowns and the ground control really, really adds up. If Mihrouf can find the good combinations that he wants to land, he can have his way with them real quick. But he does have the range. He is the longer fighter. Just utilize the outside striking there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And, he's, like we've seen, Mihrouf is very keen on. He's kind. It's kind of almost. It's an interesting style because it's kind of almost like a savate type of style where he wants to kick first and then throw punches instead of setting up kicks with punches. But here he is still a kick heavy game. And like you said, he's definitely got the length and reach for it. But Smokey's doing very good at being able to catch him before he's able to do much. Flying knee lands.
Yeah, that was a nice sneaky flying knee there from Mihrouf.
Still 3 minutes on the clock in this second round. And not too much has really happened for either guy. Both guys landing equally, I'd say.
Nice takedown there.
Excellent takedown there for Smokey. That's a big moment for him in this round. But the story of this fight isn't quite over yet. It's a matter of what he's going to be able to do with it. Moves to side control. Is he going to be able to hold it? He certainly does with the first denial.
See what Smokey's going to do here. Goes in a half guard here. Landing a little bit of body damage there. Nice denial there from Mihrouf. Nice denial there from Smokey. Oh, snap.
And this is a huge position for Smokey. He is bringing down the Thunder, but caught by Mihrouf. And Mihrouf is able to get full guard back. Is he going to be able to get back to his feet with a minute left on the clock?
Yeah, Mihrouf did a good job of posting those hook shots, man, because you lean into one of those, man, that could be a very short night.
Absolutely. Looks to move to mount. 30 seconds left in this second round. Smokey has had top control since getting to the bottom, but has not been able to get too much off. Possibly been a burn of energy, maybe for nothing. But Smokey's the type of guy to use all 5 rounds as best as he can, and will continue to drain and make Mihrouf work.
I think Smokey. Oh my God, nice front kick there from Mihrouf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was just going to say here before I was interrupted by that front kick. Um, I was going to say if I was Mihrouf, man, I mean, he's doing a good job of not, panicking, even though he is
Oh,
getting dominated on the ground there. But nice head kick there that he just landed.
yeah, Mihrouf is very good at keeping composure, as any excellent competitor would, and lands a big flying knee that hurts his man, puts him up against the cage.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
goodness. And in
A
classic
nice,
Mihrouf style, he not only knocks his opponent down, but, has got a point at him too.
damn, that was a nice head kick, lead head kick.
Looks like someone took a red Sharpie to his side. A lot of bruising courtesy of those body strikes.
Yeah, you really, I think the biggest thing that's gonna help, win against Mihrouf isn't necessarily gonna be the ground game. It's just to overwhelm him and keep him from using those long kicks.
Just over 3 minutes now to go. Well, it's all pace and pressure down
Ooh,
the stretch. He is really
Man,
lighting them
Mihrouf is doing excellently with the lateral moving strikes. You don't see a whole lot of success with that. But it's with some guys, some guys are really good at doing it. Mihrouf is really good at the lateral moving strikes. Vuk is probably the first one in competition that I saw really pull it off well. So, yeah, here he is, looking for the knockout, looking for big damage against Smokey. Smokey probably trying to figure out how he's going to approach getting back to the ground without getting hurt, but he is caught again.
damn. Look at that good body work that Mihrouf is producing here, man. He's getting his guy hurt, and then next thing you know, he's going right to that body as he should.
Yeah, and this is a big opportunity here for Smokey, and he loses it immediately, unfortunately. Mihrouf too privy on the cage takedowns, but gets taken down and out in the middle of the octagon.
Well, at this point, DC, I'm not sure if he's just biding his time or just trying to get some extra reps, but
Smokey starting to add in a little bit of his own body work. Oh, a big
Oh,
hook in the middle. Oh my goodness.
oh my God. Ripping those body combinations there, Baron.
Yeah, that's a big moment for Smokey, but he is gonna need to, let the rest of this round play out so he can gain some stamina back. Because, while that was a big moment, you can't go after it, you can't rush it.
No, because that's how you typically will lose your match.
Yeah,
Is that when you start to, you're blowing all your stamina, your energy, trying to get this person out of there, even though you may have gotten them down. You know what I mean? Rattled them a little bit, but
yeah,
sometimes you can't always got to go for the finish, man. If it's there, go for it, but don't go looking for it.
yeah. Yeah, I can hear in the chat, what remains of Coach John Africa, having competed earlier on tonight, in the chat coaching a little bit about Smokey, saying that he's just been backing up a little bit too much, which kind of goes along with what I was saying earlier, which, was you can't back up against Mihrouf. He's going to use that length for those kicks. So Smokey's doing excellently with the forward pressure now and finding a lot more success this round here, Pudgy.
Nice takedown there from Smokey. He's doing a good job, man. He's not panicking. He's doing all the right things, man.
Yeah.
He's really hurting me, Roof, right now. He's really hurting this guy.
Yeah, this is Mihrouf in a much more difficult position, being on his back like he was earlier on this fight in the first round and a little bit in the second. We haven't seen too much of it since then, but here we are, round 4, 2:50 on the clock, with Smokey on top in guard and not having the best time passing.
Nice get up there for me, Roof. He needed that. Nice left hand there.
Little body uppercut lands. Oh, and he's rocked by a big flying knee.
Oh, damn, that flying knee was so nice.
But there's no quit in him, Pudgy. He's still out there throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, and it is I feel like it's very quickly running away from Smokey now. If he's not able to get it back to the ground and keep it there, this is not going to turn out well for him. However, there does seem to be a pretty major cut on Mihrouf, and that is something that potentially Smokey could take advantage of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's on the right side from what it looks like?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
He has to be careful, man, because the doctor can come in and he could stop this.
Yeah, very much so, especially if Smokey were to switch stances so that he could grab... Oh my goodness, I was going to say get the clinch, but he's able to get a big hook off.
Yeah, Smokey has to be very careful because he doesn't have really that much stamina. Wow, man. What a great fight this is, man.
Yeah, very good fight. It seems like the champion is on the path to victory as long as he keeps it standing. Most of the work that he's done to the body and all the flying knees are finally adding up.
Ready to fight? Ready. Here we go. Fifth and final round.
And here we are in the final round of this PlayStation title fight. Mihrouf versus Smokey. You can tell both guys are having to approach this a little bit in a smarter way because they are both exhausted. Obviously, Smokey more exhausted than the other. Oh, goodness.
Wow.
And this is it. This could be the absolute end. Big kick lands for Mihrouf, but he's got no stamina to put the power behind it.
Oh my god, man. Yo, Mihrouf has to be very careful, man. He does have the slight stamina advantage here.
Oh!
Oh my god, look at the pullback. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. The hook uppercut drops him, and
Wow.
that is it. There's a reason why you call him the PlayStation champion.
Oh my goodness gracious, bro. What a fucking comeback there for Mihrouf. Mihrouf was on the brink of death, Baron. He was on the brink of death. He didn't know what the hell was going to happen, but guess what? He believed in himself, and he came back, and he defended, and now he conquered. So now he has this title defense now under his belt, and that wasn't easy, man. That was not easy for him at all. That was no cakewalk. That was no cakewalk.
That was a genuine challenge for Mihrouf, despite what anyone wants to say. And he was able to fight off Smokey's relentless ground game and find victory. Even losing a round in that fight, we can see. You guys can't see, but we can see that that Mihrouf actually lost the second round. He won won most of the other ones. In the fourth round, it was a draw. How crazy that they scored it a draw in the fourth round. It's a 10-10 round in the fourth round. That's wild.
That it is. Wow.
That's wild. Well, a very close fight. On the scorecards, it ends as a 39-38, but obviously ends with a extremely entertaining TKO. But with that said, you already know what time it is. We have come to the end of the card. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. You all have been wonderful. Thank you to Verse for putting this all together and matchmaking for us. Pudgy, thank you for joining us. We'd love to see you back again here on the next card.
Thank you, man. Thank you to Verse to having me on here, and same to you, Baron. It's always a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah.
And thank you for everyone who tuned in today, man. Thank you guys for spending your Sunday here with us. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you guys are into football, catching football, that's coming up. I've just been watching some of the scores as we're watching these fights here too, man. And it's just been all around entertaining, man. So it's a pleasure. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's been an absolutely excellent card and an excellent weekend of fights, whether it's Total Conflict or otherwise. This weekend has been nothing but fights back to back to back. So we are glad to be able to finish it off. Stay tuned on the socials and other platforms. You will be seeing us on there shortly. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. You know where to find us. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. You know, be real, be good, be real good. We'll see you on Friday. Peace.
See ya.